Today I'm going to be walking you through the Eyewear Artwalk and giving you everything you need to get ready for this amazing event. So I'm going to give everyone a chance to kind of start piling in. If you are watching this later, we will be recording this. So thank you so much for taking a moment to check us out. We'll be here to help you if you have any questions. We've now added a chat to eyewearartwalk.com. I'm going to drop it in the chat. So if you have any questions at all, Trevor and the team have been absolutely incredible answering all of your questions. So go ahead and use the website to, get your questions answered and connect with our team. We're going to be walking you through the website in a minute, and we'll be pulling up some of the people that are behind the scenes on this event. Stephen Fournier will be here in a little bit. I know a lot of you have been saying you wanted to kind of get an idea of what he's going to be doing with Casanova and Devet and Devet's Lunettes and his brands during this great event. And we'll have some of our other brands here later to talk about what they'll be doing during our B2B session. A little bit of a walkthrough of how this is going to work. We tried to keep these sessions small and consolidated. This is really about getting the information you need and not giving a full presentation of the event. So we'll be taking little breaks after each segment at the lounge. I'll share my screen and kind of show you how to get there. I don't know if you can see it from here, but right now we're in the scheduled area session. There's a little arrow here, so when the event's done, you'll be able to leave. And you'll see some tabs at the top here. One of them will say lounge. So when you click the lounge, you'll be able to sit at the table and connect with the people who are there and get your questions answered. We'll be doing those at the end of every one of these 3 segments. And the last segment, where we talk about our B2B experience and how you can get involved as an exhibitor, we'll be able to really, truly answer your questions. And if you're interested in signing up and being a part of this event, we'll be able to help you as well. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to walk you through our website. So just to kind of start from the very basic beginning, the Eyewear Artwalk is offering both a festival and an expo experience. We've heard people use words like B2B and direct to consumer, but really this is an event where everyone is welcome, everyone's invited. The ultimate thing that connects us all is that all of us has a creative side. Every single one of us has a creative side. And in today's day and age, there are so many new tools. It's so much easier to be creative than ever before. If you've been watching, a lot of our art is designed by AI, and it's so much fun being on the creative team to really dream about what we're wanting to show you guys and show you what we're planning on doing in real life. Those capabilities, they didn't exist, just a couple of years ago. So this really is a moment in time where we can all really truly express our creative side, even if we're not what people used to call an artist. But today, everyone in eyewear, eye care, fashion, music, and arts is invited. And if you're not an eyewear designer, if you're not an eye care professional, a fashion designer, a music creator, or an artist, you're still invited because you probably enjoy these things. And so no matter who you are, where you are, whether you're a creator, a curator, or a collector of any of these amazing things, you're invited. And we want you to feel welcome, and we want you to feel able to express yourself during this event. It's going to be extremely hands-on, physical. We've had a lot of questions about physical and virtual. Obviously, we're here virtually, but this event will take place physically in 7 cities. We will also have a virtual component. I'm not going to be talking much about the virtual component today because we'll be having some opportunities to really show you what that virtual experience is going to look like. At the end of this session, I'm going to do the big reveal of I'm super excited. I can't even, I'm smiling so big. Our Eyewear Artwalk experience in the Omniverse city. I've seen it. It is seriously epic. So it really is a representation of what we're dreaming to deliver in real life. Trevor Williams, for those of you that have had a chance to speak with him or chat with him through any of our social media or through our website, he really is a brilliant visionary with this event. So expect him to really blow your mind. So when you come to this event, if you go to the festival page, I'm going to go there first. Everything you need to have an exciting festival experience will be listed there. Let me just click that button. And so our ticketing is powered by insiders. We'll go into at a later date the power of some of the technology we're using. But for now, just know that Insiders is providing a ticket that allows you to not only participate in this event physically in the city that you choose, but it also allows you to participate virtually in any one of our metaverse events that will happen at the same time as these 7 cities, which just basically means you can go in and meet people in a city that you're not physically in, so you can really truly get that complete networking experience. I'm not going to walk through all the benefits of each of these tickets because there's a lot to explore, but if you have any trouble at all, you can literally come right to the chat and you can get your questions answered. The festival tickets are starting at only $1. These are donations to one of our nonprofit partners. As of now, the nonprofit partners that we've developed a strategic partnership with are the Colorado Opticians Association, the LEO organization. I don't know the exact acronym, so I'm not going to try to tell you what the acronym stands for, but I could tell you Dr. Glenda Mohipith and Dr. Diana Canto-Sims and Dr. Vito Mena are doing an excellent job getting the LEO community involved. They're very active. If you're in the industry, you probably know who LEO is. And also the brand new Woman in Eye Care, super excited to support a new woman foundation. And they're doing a great job bringing all sectors of eye care, optometry, opticianry, ophthalmology. And my word, they're even including the frame vendors and the equipment vendors in this. So there's a lot of really great organizations that we're partnering with. And when you make this donation, you will be able to choose the organization that is going to. So that's our festival ticket. That gets you access to the festival, which we'll talk about when we take our break. We'll be breaking into the festival, and I'll pull up the map in a moment so we can get a visual of what that is. Going to the expo, I'm going to just scroll down here. Oh, it went to the wrong page. Hold on. So Trudy Charay, shout out to Trudy. She's putting some amazing interactive sessions together. You've seen us get very active on LinkedIn. Trudy will be talking about how to master your online networking game through LinkedIn and through some of the strategies she shares in her book, The Digital Sales Rep. I've read it a couple times. So if you haven't read it, it's worth a read, no matter where you are, no matter what your profession is. That's a really great book to get your head in the game for owning your digital presence in the 21st era. This experience is absolutely for eye care professionals only. The event, and I'll show you the map in a minute, will be broken down into 2 sections. And you can see here that we talk about the different areas, so you can get a little more acclimated. And then you can look at the different topics and tracks that we'll be talking about. What I really love that the team did here, shout out to Trevor for an amazing website design, is you can click on the subjects and the tracks you're interested in and see what those topics are. And as we get the speakers locked in, I understand we have about 80% of our speakers locked in. We really only left room for some of the newcomers. We're meeting some amazing new creative talent that's going to be joining our speaker team for the expo. So if you'd like to participate, reach out. We might have space for you, but I think on the CE part, we're pretty much full. And now we're building out the panels for the festival side. You can see the schedule here. It gives you an idea of our run of show. Very easy to kind of visualize. And then you can buy your ticket by clicking the button. I'll scroll back up here. I'm going through this quickly. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask anyone here or anyone on the team, and we'll be happy to help you. My favorite part about the website is the ticket options have a lot to offer. So if you go through and you click the different tabs, you'll see what's involved. One of the cool things about this show is we will have celebrities there. So the Legend Access is going to give you an opportunity to network with celebrities. I know a lot of the people coming to our B2B area, they're very interested in networking B2B outside of the industry. So based on your ticket access, you're going to have access to super exclusive networking opportunities. And then, of course, super simple. You just choose your city and then you buy your ticket. So what the team has done is utilized every ounce of experience we have in user experience and user interface and customer journey to really make it easy for you guys. We don't want anyone not participating because they couldn't find the information they need. So please reach out to us if you need some support. We're very happy to help you. Going through the dates super quick. Los Angeles is in April. We'll be holding it at the Magic Box at the Reef in Santa Monica. Nashville begins in May. We've narrowed it down to a couple of locations, and I believe one of them is the Marriott Gaylord, and the other one is a stadium. I don't want to say the Titans, but I believe that was it. Denver, our heart is set on Meow Wolf. I'm manifesting it. We're going to have Denver in Meow Wolf. I've been loving all over the content they've been sharing. If you haven't looked at Meow Wolf, MEOWWOLF, Google it, and you'll see immediately the type of personality that Eyewear Artwalk will be expressing. That's absolutely the vibe that we will be sharing in all 7 cities. New York, my heart is set on the Coliseum. We're looking at that venue as the primary place where we will bring everyone together and really make this fun. Boston, Austin, and Miami, we're still narrowing down the details there. So as we get closer to these events, we'll be sharing those details. We do have vendors confirmed for all 7 cities. And if you're interested in exhibiting with us, it is not mandatory to do all 7. A couple of other talking points. And again, I'll bring up the map now so we can get to the second half of this presentation. I'll be answering questions in a minute. So if you're leaving questions in the feed, I'll be with you in just a moment. So this is, if this is your first time looking at this map, this is our concept map. If you notice, there's 2 entrances to get into this experience. We did that because they will be very secure. There will be a lot of security there, and this will be highly monitored. So you will not be able to get into the B2B section unless you have a B2B ticket. And once again, those tickets are exclusively available to eye care professionals and the speakers on that side. The direct-to-consumer area, which is the festival, is open to everyone. So if you buy a B2B ticket, you will also get a festival ticket. If you look at the different areas, we've broken this down because the optical industry and the optometry industry and the vision industry really does have a lot of sides to it, and they are all creative. So if you look at Iris's Wonderland, this is probably the most creative sector of our industry. This is where you're going to see brands like Kirk & Kirk and others in that very whimsical, beautiful, creative genre, really expressing their creativity at new heights. One of the things we're hearing the most from the brands that are participating is they're super excited. They get to just blow the lid off and really go all in showcasing the creativity of their brand. And this is going to be a great place for you to see that. Euphoric Indulgence is going to be more opulent. We're looking more for a Great Gatsby vibe. And then this is our Level Up Performance Vision area. And if you look at this map, you'll see on the B2B side, there's going to be your typical spaces, your educational area, your area for technology, which is powered by Optical near me. And there's even a special place at this event called The Vault. So a lot of our brands that are coming, they are super duper exclusive and high end for security reasons and for exclusivity reasons, and just to give a great experience to the celebrities that are coming. So they have a secure place where they can relax and really get that same experience we're giving to everyone else, because a lot of them do want to learn about the industry as much as everyone else coming. We've really just tried to listen to everyone's feedback and create a place where everyone can feel comfortable, have their own place that resonates with them, but still have an inclusive environment where everyone can mix and mingle and get to know each other. The Oasis, what I really love about that area, Dr. Panterio, congratulations on all the hard work you've done to bring this vision to life. It is showing the creative side of dry eye, because a lot of women and a lot of just people in general, they wear makeup for different reasons. If they're actors, if they're actresses, if they're, dressing up every day, makeup can really have an impact on your eye health. So talking about this section really creates a new opportunity for the dry eye community to talk to, makeup artists and celebrity stylists and stylists in general. So it's been really interesting to see how people in those in those markets, they've really shown an interest in understanding, how to learn about these different components of the industry. So I'm going to take a break now and see if we have any questions. Good morning. So, okay, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the feed. And let me see if Stephen is with us yet. And if Trevor is here, I will pull him on stage as well. Let me see. Bear with me. He's not with us yet. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to share. So this shows our 7 cities. Again, if you're interested in any of these documents, let us know. We'll send them to you. This breaks down the B2B and the D2C journey. One of the first, when we first launched the Eyewear Artwalk, there seemed to be some confusion here on, what exactly is Eyewear Artwalk? Is it a festival? Is it an expo? How could it be both? I'm not going to attempt to answer that in the next 14 minutes that we have, but I'll just keep it very simple. The people that we're going to be talking to, especially the consumer, the end user, they invest in glasses, and they invest in them for different reasons. Sometimes it's because they really want to see better. Sometimes it's because they want to look better. But we're finding a lot of the consumers that are finding out about Eyewear Artwalk and that are reaching out to us, they realize that we're going to be able to answer questions for them that they've been looking to answer for a very long time. A lot of them haven't been able to find any place that they can get their questions directly answered. They want to know, what are some of the different brands out there? How are glasses made? What's going on with technology and how is that going to impact my vision? So when we design this direct-to-consumer journey, it's going to be really designed so that the average person who hasn't had the privilege that a lot of us have had being in this industry for so long, to really get an understanding of what some of these different components are. We're really excited to have Young Dirty Bastard of the Wu-Tang Clan join us on this tour. He is super excited. He's already done an eyewear collaboration with one of our designers, Kingdom Eyewear. So it's been really just amazing to watch the industry through the eyes of newcomers. It's kind of like when you watch a movie with somebody for the first time and you're watching their face to see, what did you think of that? We're all going to get that opportunity here because all of us are very proud of our industry. That's really the reason we all came together. The founding team is Stephen Fournier. He's the original visionary behind Eyewear Artwalk. If you participated in the events in the 2021 and 2022, you'll know that we did this on a smaller scale, but it was still very much widely appreciated just at the very end of the pandemic. So Stephen had this vision, and myself and Trevor Williams, we got behind him to take this to the next level. And an incredible shout out to Jen Martinez. If you've talked to her, you know that she's incredibly knowledgeable. She's been in the industry for, I think, a couple of decades now. And Jen has fulfilled many roles in this industry. So she's got a very broad 360-degree perspective. If you haven't met Trevor, Trevor is brand new to the industry, but he's not new to being creative. He's been developing creative immersive events for companies like Samsung, drew a blank there, Google, and many other brands like that. So we really do have a team that has done projects like this, separately, and now we're joining forces. And I'll leave off with sharing what Jen Martinez expressed earlier this morning on our team call. It's like a relay race. You have one person who's really good at one part of the race, and then they run to the next, section, and they pass the baton. And now at this event today, right now, January 12th, 12:20 p.m., I officially pass the baton to you guys, because it's your turn to come and be a part of this event. Show us what you want. Shout out to Anala over in Austin, Texas. She's an office manager at one of the most successful optometry practices, and she's had a couple of great, amazing years. She's been very vocal in her feedback, and she's gone through our website and said, hey, I love this, but like it would make it more understandable if you said this. And we've had a lot. Patricia, so many of you guys have just reached out and you've shared your feedback, and we've been willing to listen and adopt in full time. Trudy, oh my goodness, thank you so much for putting this amazing educational program together. Oh, hi, Anala. I'm just so I can't wait to see what you do, Trudy, and it's been great. Oh, someone raised their hand. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hello. Is that you, Stephen?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see. I saw guest. I didn't realize it was you.
Hey, everybody. Charlene, excellent job. And everybody, I'm just overwhelmed with joy at everybody's buy-in to what's going on. And Charlene's right. We as a team are ready to pass the baton uh, to you guys. So that's what today is all about.
So, Stephen, while you're here, one of the biggest, I'll give you some of the questions we've been getting. Number one is, what is Casanova and Devet's Lunettes and Kingdom Eyewear doing at this event? Get us inspired.
Sure. Some of you know me because I did start out as a young kid in this industry, working for a company as a young designer. I worked in sales, I worked in management. I ended up opening up a retail store that was focused on luxury and creative, art-centric eyewear in California, and launched my own brands. One of them is named after my wife, Devet, and worked with many celebrities. What an amazing industry this has been. I had no idea this would be my path when I was younger, and I'm so blessed to be here. So, what does it mean for me? I want to share this journey. I want to let each and every one of you know that wherever you are is just still the beginning of what you can do. Everybody in this industry who has a creative bent, who has creative energy, should continue to contribute what they can to the effort of making eyewear the number one, not just an ancillary object, not just another fashion concept for perception of your own personality, but the number one. And we all know, we've heard this, that the face is the first thing that people see to get to know and assess who you are, along with your personality, right? Following that, right? And your gestures. Eyewear is crucial for people who have to wear glasses. Always has been, but now in this age, the creative efforts behind becoming individual, whether you are in a class of people who want to blend in, or whether you're a very individualistic and creative person who wants to be so unique that you're a little bit out there but enjoyable at the same time, everybody is welcome at Eyewear Artwalk to show that creative energy, and all of the industries that support those of us who have created products for eyewear. And Charlene, you can go through the myriad of different industries that are here to support us, including the music industry. It's just amazing. And that's really what it's about for you retailers, for you eyewear designers, for opticians, for people who are just getting started in this industry and trying to find your path. Eyewear Artwalk is a celebration to help you along and take your passions and that fire in your stomach to help you realize you can do this. And we're going to have the resources right in front of you that have never been given to you before.
There is a resilience in this industry that is so under, like, we don't talk about it enough. And I got to tell you, Stephen, we've done a lot of projects together. I've done my vision show. I've been out there. I've done a lot of these events. I have never in my life, in 27 years, seen an industry get behind something like they're getting behind this. I'm trying to talk about it without bawling my eyes out. But it's like everyone understands that they have a role to play. Even people that I don't know, I've never talked to before. They're reaching out to me saying, "How can I help? What do we need to do?" I mean, I can't even believe it. It's so I can believe it, obviously. Thank you to everyone, but it's just we knew it. We knew that we knew there was an opportunity here, and we built this event to showcase each and every one's contribution. But my goodness, I mean, it's just breathtaking.
Yeah, it is. And I knew that there was a faction out there, but it's so much bigger than I imagined of exactly what you just laid out, Charlene, and what you described. And I am so pleased because it tells me that this industry has an amazing future. It's not going to stay in the control of any big companies who are hiring salaried managers at multiple levels that are making most of the money. It is like the recording industry in a way, and going through that kind of a transition where the creators are really going to come to the forefront and start to be known. The people who develop technologies, the small companies right now have an amazing opportunity in this industry for growth compared to other industries. When you look at things from a perspective of global business, it used to be this way and it has been this way, but this year and going forward is 10x. If you guys know what that means, that's what's going to happen in the eyewear industry. It's really exciting.
So I want to ask you one last question, but while I'm getting that question prepared, guys, you're very active in the chat. Thank you to everyone who showed up today. Leave a message in the chat of the component of Eyewear Artwalk that you're most excited about. I didn't create a poll, but this will be our little poll. I want to see what everyone's excited about and also what cities you're interested in. Just share some feedback with us. Let us take this opportunity to understand what you guys are interested in, where you would like to go. And my question for you, Stephen, is when you and I were talking about Eyewear Artwalk 2 years ago, I told you very specifically that I wanted to bring the consumer in. And back then we chuckled like, "Ooh, could we do that?" What were you thinking when we first presented that idea to you? And what do you think now? Like, what is that component done to this event?
Having had the opportunity to own my own retail store and deal with very opinionated high-end clientele who want to look like they want to look and they don't want to look like other people, curated my mind into this direction. So as that retail sector of my business started to become successful in its own right, just from word of mouth, I started to realize I can't even make enough product to supply them. And I'm only one little idea in my creative efforts. There's so many. And I started connecting with more and more designers from overseas and here in the United States to showcase their products in my retail store on a very small scale. But what happened is we started to realize that there is an element, big or small, but an element who has an insatiable appetite for this. My retail store is in Sacramento in the shadows of another big company that owns insurance for eye care and probably 150 other shops. And all of a sudden, we were on everybody's radar, even though we didn't do any advertising. And it was because people were talking about us. They were talking about the products, not just my products, but all the products that we were curating inside the store that we called art-centric eyewear. And this started to resonate with me so much. And I thought, there has to be a way to get the consumers on board with being able to experience this on a global scale. But I can't open retail stores. I don't have the energy and I don't even know how to manage a business that big with multiple stores. You who are on this call and who do that, You are amazing, and someday maybe you'll mentor me. But as I grow older in this industry, I'll tell you, I have a great interest in helping the consumers to connect with product lines that they can't get in their small towns or even their big towns for whatever reason it is. And so Charlene and I talked about that. I said to Charlene, how can we make a distribution effort where people can connect with the brands and get those brands? And how can we involve the brick and mortar shops and the optometrist offices so that they don't feel put out? This is really important because I've been in the wholesale business and I don't want to offend my wholesale clients. I don't want to offend those people who have helped grow my brands in the marketplace. So we came up with this plan for Eyewear Artwalk to include consumers for the first time in a trade show for eyewear so that we can all be there together and connect however we need, however we see fit. Now, in the interim, in the last 5 years, even more so, brands are going direct to consumer through their website portals. You know this. So now the cat's out of the bag. But how do we continue to support our industry while this is happening?
Well, and I'm going to end this session and start the next session because we're trying to break this up so when people are watching the replay, it allows them to get to the section they're interested in. Someone did have a question about will we be able to buy frames there? Wholesale, there will absolutely be wholesale purchasing being done. We're actually suggesting to our sponsors who are participating that you reach out to local retailers and get them to open an account now. So don't wait till the show to do your wholesale selling, because the brands that we'll be showcasing at Eyewear Artwalk will be very much so stimulating an appetite for their brand to the general public. And even if the brands that are participating do not want to make their products available for sale to the general public, because some are and some aren't, some are actually bringing their local opticians and optometrists in to exhibit with them. So there's a lot of different models here. We're not writing rules. We're giving, I love what Steven said, you can do what you want, how you want. We're going to have a respectful area. We're going to make sure everyone's protected, but we're going to support everyone no matter what their business model is. It's up to you to, present that. If you have local retailers, then you're going to want to bring your local retailers in so that they can answer the consumers that are there and take care of them while you're talking to retailers that might be from another city or another state or even another country. So it is up to you to kind of design the model of how you'd like to sell your product. But make no mistake about it. We are building this event to stimulate the economy and to give the end user, who is the consumer, all the tools that they need to make educated decisions, and the curator, who is the retailers, all the tools they need to not only buy the products, obviously they're going to be able to do that there, but to really reimagine how they merchandise them and get the tools they need to get their neighborhoods excited. And we're here to inspire you. If I was to leave you with any note, it is come to be inspired. I'll see you in a little bit when we talk about the festival.